back. Before I would say, before, yeah. No worries. Did it crash? Ooh. Hmm? Hello everyone and welcome! We are at Red Bull Ring here, beautiful Austrian Styrian Mountains. This is the tracc.eu GT3 Cup Season 25-2 and this is round 4. You can already see the beautiful statue there. And I am not the only one here. I'm Julian Strasser, of course, and with me today in the commentary booth is Psycho Kaiser. How are you doing, Psycho?
Oh, hello everyone. Yeah, good to be back. After the funny situation that was last time out in Catalonia, so yeah, it's good to be back up in the hills of of Austria right now, overlooking the Bronze Bull, the arch just below us there. And yeah, we're looking at a very packed field. I believe 40 cars were signed up for this round.
Yeah, quite a lot signed up. Currently 32 different drivers are on the server, so we are going to look at that. But before we do that, we first have to take a look at a track lap, I do believe.
Right, so yeah, this track lap is courtesy of Assetto Empire, and we will be watching it shortly.
Welcome to this track lap around the Red Bull Ring. My name is Assetto Empire, and I will be taking you on board with me for a lap around this fast and technical track. Alright, here we go. We start our first lap of the Red Bull Ring. We want to be using as much curbing as we can here, braking at the 100, and staying as close to that apex without getting into that curbing on the inside. The sausage curb there will really unsettle you. Pretty long straight here, all the way up into turn 3. Brake at the 100-meter board. And then gently get on the throttle here. You want to be careful going up into that turn 3 because the elevation change will unsettle the car. Now we're going into turn 4, using all the curbing again. Brake at the 100. Downshift. Hook it up late. Power down. Use the curbing as you can, don't get into the gravel. Stick to the right hand side, using all the curbing yet again here. Braking at the 50. Then easing off the throttle as we go through. And get on the power again. A little bit later. Braking just after the curbing. Hook it in and start applying throttle. And we're going to use all the curbing yet again. Braking at the 50. Get as close into that apex as you can. Power on once you get out of it. Using all the curbing on exit. Both these corners. Then we come across the line to take a lap of the Red Bull Ring.
Alright.
Yeah! Alright. We are back and we will be taking a look at the standings right now that we have. First of all, let's take a look at the AM standings. So, in the AM class, we have David Veres leading the way for Ivis Motorsport, followed by Tim Smith, with 37 points, so just a bit behind. And then we have Gary Slater further 5 points behind it in third position, but that is a heavily sought after third position because Saint Sadi, who is quite strong at the Red Bull Ring, in qualifying at least, and Jan Paul are within 4 points of that third position for Gary Slater. So it seems like there will be quite the fight on our hands there.
Oh.
No. Let's continue with the pro now.
Alright, so moving into the pro class, we have Alvin Wong in the lead with 52 points, and then closely followed by Alex Curto in second place for the Wild Things X Technovis Racing, 45 points. In P3, we have Julian Metzner with 36 points. P4, we have Isaac Umbras in the Technovis Racing car with 29 points. And then there's a gaggle of cars quite closely battling each other. I believe from P5 to P12 is actually covered by around 11 points. So Abba George in P5, and then closely followed by Ohm, who is tied with Seong KP with 24 points. So P6 and P7, they both are tied in 24 with 24 points. Daniel Castellana in P8 with 21 points, and then we have another tiebreaker between P9 and P10 between Rick Schwier and Marcel Sux in P10, and then right behind is Marcel's compatriot Augusto Bata with 18 points, and then Zul Akihara P12 with 14 points. Running down the rest of the grid, we have Eitz, Hutter, Deshkov, Curtis, Nastran, Song, Companiets, Elucidator, German, and Gregis.
And lastly, we also have the team standings. Well, we'll go over just a few of them because there is an interesting battle, especially at the top. The top 4 are all within very close reach. We have Wild Things X Texanol Burst being in the lead right now with 66 points, followed by Evis Motorsport, the Hungarian outfit, with 62 points, Dynamic Esports Academy with 54 points, and Wild Things X Off-Pace Racing with 52 points. We have quite a close battle for the rest of the pack, basically, as it stands right now. Quite a lot of teams there battling for a beautiful position. So, without further ado, let's get back into the qualifying session. So let us take a look. We currently have beautiful standings. We have a new driver, and who is currently on top of the qualifying session this round. It is, of course, Lennart Hollwedel in the Ferrari. Quite the rapid driver, and has shown quite a lot of pace in the previous sessions. And here, with a 1:27.627, already putting the hammer down for the next followers, who are right now Alvin Wong and Alex Curto.
Right, so Hollwedel is truly impressive. I believe he just joined this round. Am I correct?
Exactly, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
So we were expected to see a battle for the lead between the two championship protagonists, Alex Curto and also Alvin Wong, but at the moment they both are a few tenths behind the newcomer in track right now. So far it's been looking quite comfortable as well. Running through the limits of the track, of course, running on the curb. But yeah, it's actually he's gonna start another lap. I believe we have around less than 10 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Still, anything could happen, but of course the challenge with handling this track, of course, getting the fastest lap on this track is, of course, track limits. We've already seen it in V-Track last week, so this definitely would pose a lot of problems for everyone, especially that right now we have 32 cars on the grid as we speak.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, track limits are going to be a very crucial factor. We did have a few drive-throughs last week when we were racing here in V-Track. It's... Oh,
Oh, that's Alvin Wong.
okay.
I just stopped. I
no-
think he abandoned his lap for the time
Yeah,
being.
that is fair enough. That is not what I was reacting to, because what I can see right now on the weather forecast, it says rain in 30 minutes in the qualifying session. Obviously, that will be after the qualifying session. However, watch out for the race. The race is on the next day, same time, 24 hours later. So there is a risk of rain for that coming up.
Indeed. But yeah, I was gonna say that Alvin earlier just did a lap that is 700ths off of Holverdale, so all hope is not lost with the championship battle that we got going on at the moment. So Wong could still definitely give the newcomer, give Holverdale a challenge for the pole position for this round.
Exactly, and there is also an interesting battle. So this looks to become the battle for P1 after all. But look at who is following them. Alex Kurt, the 2 tenths behind. Omet Ohm, 2 tenths behind. Charlie Byrne, 2 tenths behind. And then we have Joseph German and Albert Jersch, who I know are not slow people. Daniel Castellana as well. Probably will improve on his time. I could bet on it that Daniel Castellana will still improve on his time. So many people there who have a shot of battling for this P3 are behind Leonard Holvid and Alvin Wong as it currently stands.
Well, look who we see here right now. We have someone who is going almost 3 tenths up on his previous time, and we see Joseph Yerman just coming through the final corner. Oh, almost 4 tenths up. Is he going to do it? Oh, he does. P2!
Joseph German! This is the first round he's really participating in this season. Immediately putting down the hammer like this. Oh, holy hell. Putting the fight to Leonard Holvid like this. 200s between the two. I mean, this is almost esports level in terms of how close these people are together.
Yeah, definitely, and I think we're starting to see quite a number of improvements from other people at the moment, and one of them being Alex Curto as well. He's currently not improving by much, but of course, something as small as a few hundreds or even a few thousands would matter in this case, as we ride on board with the Canadian driver. He's currently improving his time for a bit, but he's lost just a bit. Oh, he's gonna... yeah, he's definitely lost quite a bit on the fast chicane there. As we go through the final 2 corners, turn 8 and turn 9. Ooh, just have to turn out the gears for a bit, and of course watch out for the white curbs on the side, white rumble strip there. And of course I think he's gonna improve, but only by a bit. Is he gonna go under 2 tenths? He is. So that would mean he will line up in P4 at the moment. Still, he has 5 minutes to go of this qualifying session, but of course, he definitely needs to gain that last 10 for 2 in order to get in front.
Definitely. If he wants to challenge for the top, there is still at least a 10th that he has to improve. Joseph German now starting a new lap, one of the last laps of his qualifying run, and did not get a better launch out of T1 there than last time around. So we'll have to see. There's still much of the circuit to go, but it's very crucial, especially on here. We have a few long straights. Exits of the corners are the most crucial part. We're looking at David Veres right now, who is looking to challenge for P2 qualifying position in the AM class. Currently a 10th up on their time, which would put them ahead of Tim Smith. Adam Catch, sorry, is it Adam Catch? Catch, anyways, is a ways ahead currently of the rest of the AM grid, putting 4 pros between them. But David Veres right now has the chance to improve, and we see Leonard Holvid is actually improving.
Oh, he's gonna go 110
previous time.
Oh, he does. Oh, he extends his fastest time to 1:27.500. My goodness.
Can I also just say, I hope for the sake of mathematics that he does not improve on this time, because that is a beautiful reference lap from which you can easily calculate the lap times of other people. He will go out, however, for another stint to potentially improve on that, as we watch Alvin Wong now, who was 2/10 up on his time before the last corner. Lost a bit of time there, however. Oh, now 17 thousandths behind Joseph German. How close do you want it? Well, it seems like these two will have quite the battle on their hands with the laps they are doing at the moment. I mean, Alvin Wong now, finally, where did this pace come? And we also saw he lost a bit of time on the exit of the last corner there, so there is still more time left to gain for Alvin Wong, who's currently 1.5 tenths up on his time.
Yeah, indeed, and definitely we're going on board for a bit of a tour around the circuit as we speak, with our current championship leader overall at the moment going down to this corner here. Better watch out for the exit, because there's a gravel trap on the side there. Of course, Alvin Wong being the two-time champion of Tracc GT3 Cup definitely would assert his position as the reigning champion as well, as he also won Tracc GT3 Cup last season. Ooh, just pushing the limits there a bit, still trying to avoid the gravel trap just on the side there. And of course, coming through the final two corners, turn 8 and 9, 50-meter brake marker board, just brake there. And of course, the rumble strip on the side, and just watch out for that sausage curb on the inside corner of the final turn there. And is he gonna improve? He is. He's gonna improve 100th of a second. My
what
goodness.
Do you mean? Oh my holy heck. Alvin Wong just 100th behind Leonard Holvedel.
I think he's oh no, he's not gonna
Certainly
improve
ahead
more.
of Joseph German now.
Oh yeah, definitely. And but potentially he still has not overtaken our provisional pole sitter right now, our debutant at the moment. He hasn't set a perfect lap. I think he's on an outlap right now, so he would have one final shot at this.
He will have one final shot, and in the background what we just didn't see, Marcel Sütz just improved into P11. It looks like Albert Jersch is maybe improving right now. So let's take a look. Albert Jersch is now in P7.
Yeah,
so there is still movement going on in the rest of the grid. Wow, but look at how close everyone is. The top 10 are all within a second there. So those are going to be some interesting battles all the way up there. Sasha Dechkov is currently on a lap, improving as well. As well as Joseph Harp and Sasha Dechkov now all up into P11. Now 11 people within seconds.
Ooh, definitely. Yeah, this is turning into a very, very interesting qualifying session right now. Everyone's just eking out those final hundreds or even final thousands as well. I think we're gonna potentially see another improver as well, because Holvedel is actually just starting another lap, and he's already up 1/10 of a second up on his own personal best.
3/10 now in the middle of the corner, 2/10 on the exit. Oh yeah, there's just a bit of different lines being taken that lead to different deltas being shown in the middle or at the exit of a corner. 1.5 tenths currently up. Elsewhere on the circuit, with Albert Jersch currently a 10th up on that time, which could put them up into P6 ahead of Charlie Byrne.
Right, so coming through the very fast left-handers here, of course, still improving on his time is Holvedel at the moment. And yeah, do you reckon he's gonna go to the 2/10 up on his time?
Oh boy, there's definitely some room for improvement in this last few corners. The last sector especially is always something rather sketchy, taking the best...
Oh, that's a bit wide!
Oh, that's too wide! That's too wide! So unfortunately, but he did not need that improvement anyways. Leonard Holvedel stays in P1 for the qualifying session. Oh, and qualifies just 100th ahead of Alvin Wong.
Yeah, and also we have Castellana is finishing off his lap at the moment, but he is not really improving at the moment, so he might Probably just improve on a 10th, improve on 100th or 2. But at the moment, he does not seem to be making any significant improvements on his run. At the moment, just goes for a slide
Oh,
on the final corner, and yeah, that's a wrap for the qualifying session at the moment. Oh my
that was just a
goodness!
slide for style points there at the end for Castellana. Well.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
boy, so many people within 1 second there in the qualifying session. So the slipstream is going to be immense as we go for the grid walk. We have, starting in P1, Lennart Hollwedel, the newcomer for this round, followed by Alvin Wong, who's starting right next to him. Then we have Joseph German in the Ferrari, Alex Curto in the Aston, Omet Orm is here in the Audi, and Albert George in the Honda. Nice to see some other brands, as we also see Charlie Byrne in the Lexus, Song KP in the Ford, and now we have Daniel Castellana and Mo Tsong in the Ferrari, followed by Sasha Dechkov and Marcel Süss on row 6. Augustin Bata and the leader of the AM qualifying, Catch. And we have Rick Chever and Tim Smith. David Verish in the Mercedes and Said Sadi. Kevin Struik and Nabil Nasran. David S. and Scott Brewer. Edgar Herrera in the Bentley, beautiful to see that car next to Joseph Harper. Then we have Cosmo Marsh and Cham Cholo in the Argentinian livery. Darren Montes in the other Bentley and Gadimina Slatkus in the Mercedes. Gary Slater and Adrian Dubovka. And in the last row we have Kali and Zero Alexander. Oh boy, we do have a stacked grid here. 32 cars, almost too big for this circuit, to be quite honest. The Red Bull Ring, one of the shorter circuits on the GT3, on any GT3 calendar. Well, I think the only not shortest circuit on any GT3 calendar is like DTM when they go to Norris Ring.
Indeed. I mean, when are we gonna have a Norris ring? I know it's just just a couple of hairpins to some people, but it definitely would impose quite a lot of challenge for these drivers. You know, who knows? We might have it an ACC. Do you think we can have an ACC?
Well, not at the moment, I don't think. But there are other solutions for that. Race Room, for example, offers that opportunity. Rfactor 2 does as well, to my knowledge. And of course, Assetto Corsa, the biggest modding platform in sim racing, also must have a solution for that. But we are here in ACC today. We have an optimum circuit, and it looks like sunshine will stay with us for at least the first 30 minutes of the race. We have a bit of a cooler temperature than it could be. Let's say like that. We do have a heat wave currently in Europe. Luckily, that does not affect the digital world necessarily. So that's just a question. Basically, it's just a question for me of whether Alvin Wong,
what is
who's
going on
already
at the back there for a bit.
Yeah.
Wong's trying to catch up to the pulsar at the moment, but yeah, probably a bit of an attempt to spook the our new pulsar at the moment. Of course, still I think we've just gone halfway through the track. Of course, some virtual shenanigans going on at the moment, but don't worry, they don't. He doesn't need harm. Course, but we have to wait until the green flag shows up. Not sure what's going on there. But yeah.
Well, I think it's just trying to get into the mind of the competitor here. It's basically this entire race might boil down to what happens in T1. And I'm not saying that because there might be a big incident in T1. Well, there might always be a big incident at any point on any circuit. However, Alvin Wong will, of course, start on the inside as they're now lining up side by side. You can already see Alvin Wong there on the inside for T1, right next to Lennart Hollwedel. So basically a big thing about this will be who gets the better start out of these two drivers.
Right, so
Coming around the final two corners now.
So I'm pretty sure, like, turn 1, do you think something's gonna happen in turn 1? I'm pretty sure if last time we were out in TGTs, anything to go by, we might actually see something happening going on at the back. But of course, we hope that everyone enjoys the enjoys around here, of course. We wait for the green flag. Julian, take away this one.
We're waiting, and the green light is go. The VTubers last time around behaved very well into T1. Let's take a look how the sim racers do it, as Alvin Wong seems to have eked out an advantage. And
oh my goodness!
Behind, going for a move and turning around Lennart Holvin there, who in turn turns around. I think there was some KP getting turned around there on the rejoin. Let's take a look. Lennart again on the same situation, different camera angle.
Oh, that's
deep
Kurto.
move there by Alex Kurto.
Oh my
and
goodness!
That turned around Lennart Holvin and Song KP there, who got hit by that.
Oh, quite a number of people.
A few cars involved in that incident here.
Yeah, I think Eds and Montes is involved as well. Quite, I think like 5, 6, 7 people might have been involved in this one. Oh my
That's
goodness.
so unfortunate. Yes, we've got a few pros now far down on the grid. A few AMs, of course, lost their position. Sorry to all the Bentley fans. One of the Bentleys was involved as well in this.
Oh, look at this. Oh, George. Oh, George and Deshkov.
Albert George going for the overtake, and that's on the inside of Deshkov. Beautiful move there for P7 now for Albert George. Oh, but all of this in the beginning now left us with the leader of Alvin Wong. Oh, here we go. Sasha Deshkov is
someone's going to turn around. Oh, Marcel! Oh, what went on?
By catch there.
What just happened? I think that was with Song. Yeah, that was with Song. Oh my goodness, Song just outbroke himself with that one.
That was Catch, the AM leader.
Oh yeah, the AM leader. Yeah, Saudi is now leading the audio driver.
Exactly.
Oh my
now
goodness!
Overtaken by Saudi. Saudi is now in the lead ahead of David Verish, ahead of Adam Catch. So...
Oh, still a lot is going on right now. We still have a battle between these three at the moment. Oh, it's Song on the right, on the left side of Albert George at the moment. Where's George gonna go? Let's see. Is he gonna go down inside? Oh no, he doesn't. But he also has to defend against his half compatriot, I guess. Deshkov right behind. Oh, they've been at it since like last lap as well.
One is Hungarian, one is Bulgarian.
Oh no, I was gonna say compatriot and team. I was gonna say half teammates as well, because they both are running Oreos at the moment.
Well, okay, fair enough. They're both sort of under the Oreo banner as Sasha Deshkov. They're definitely not done with this yet. What a beautiful ride there. As we see the battle, Cham Jullo getting overtaken here by Harper. Oh, Harper in the Porsche getting the position 18. This is for position 7
KP
in the class.
is cutting through.
And look at this, Song KP in the middle of that. Of course, the pro driver wants to get past this, wants to get back to the rest of his pro grid in front. Punches a bit of a hole in this battle of AMs here, but that means there's some more battling to be going on. Cham Jullo now side by side with Cosmo Marsh. Cosmo Marsh had a much better exit. As we go back to Omet's Omen.
Oh, someone's got a spawn. Someone just spawned at the back.
That is a McLaren.
That's Smith.
McLaren. Tim Smith.
Oh,
Tim Smith, the American, is turning around. Let's take a look if we saw what happened. That is Scott Brewer that came together there with Tim Smith. Very
yikes.
Very unfortunate for the American.
Oh, look at this. Oh, Alex and Shoei here. Oh, come on. Come on, fellas. Oh, don't make it harder for us, for them stewards, please. But anyway, Alex Kurto just going through on the inside of Shui here. I think he might have lost a bit of ground. Oh, he does lose a bit of ground as well there. But yeah, definitely a lot of battles going on the grid at the moment, as we see Ohm trying to move on the Lexus of Charles at the moment. And oh, this is a big fight for P2 at the moment. I didn't point this one out at the moment, but like out of all this chaos, actually, Charles Bryan is the one who benefited the most out of this because he is now up to P2 overall. But of course, being held, of course, holding for his life against 3 other pro drivers at the moment, and there's also a few gaggle of cars coming right behind as well. Oh.
Yeah, Charlie Byrne made up 5 positions there in the beginning. One of the winners of this, Rick Chevet, as well, 5 positions. Edgar Herrera in the Bentley made up 9 positions at the start, and Scott Brewer made up 7 from the start. So there are some big winners there, but unfortunately there are also some big losers. Leonard Hollwedel down in P21 at the moment, as we see Alex Curto being still contested for position 8 by Sasha Dekhov. There's a beautiful rise here from Sasha Dekhov. Just a while ago he was in AM classes. We see Nabil Nazran turned around.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, Scott Brewer. Oh, that's the second time already. Oh my goodness.
Like there is Scott Brewer just had a better exit there. Unfortunately hit the rear of Nabil Nazran.
Yeah.
As we go back now to Charlie Byrne, who's still being followed by Omet Olm for the position 2. But all of them are losing quite a lot of time to Alvin Wong in this.
Yeah, Alvin Wong is already pulling away. I think 4.2 seconds last lap. And actually, yeah, still 4.2 seconds. And now still extending almost 5 seconds, I think. Probably by the end of this lap. Oh, Omet just goes off onto the sausage curb at turn 1. I think that's going to lose them a bit of ground to Charlie at the front.
And also that might have been the first track limit warning already, as we see on Edgar Herrera right now. Not close enough for a movie. I think just let Song KP pass, and now able to take a bit of the slipstream.
Oh, there might probably be a move.
To the rest
Who knows?
Of them. Oh no. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that, and Edgar does not do that. I mean,
right. Oh, something
just
just went on in the back. I think Brewer just got tapped earlier. Oh,
Brewer.
Yep.
Yeah, but the 3 wide now in the back. Let's take a look. Leonard Hollwedel, Marcel Seuss, and Harper are all side by side. How are they going to resolve this into the next corner? Leonard Hollwedel taking the inside, a bit of touching there between Seuss and Harper, but wow, that was incredibly safe.
Oh my goodness, well done on them for keeping it clean altogether. But yeah, Hollwedel at the moment is still quite a far ways down at the moment. P17 overall at the moment. So it definitely has a lot of work to do.
Being caught in the traffic surely doesn't help him. Like, doing overtakes like that is going to lose you time. As we see Joshua Harper being challenged right now by Cosmo Marsh. Cosmo Marsh on the outside, taking the line, taking the position away. Marsh, and right behind it is Cianciolo. What was that for a move?
That was a tap.
As we see Cianciolo and Cosmo Marsh tapping each other.
Oh, what happened there?
I mean, I don't even know what happened, how Josh Harper got past there. Just dived on the inside.
Just tried to cut back into, Marsh tried to cut back into the Porsche earlier, and I think Cham just probably got caught off guard by that.
Of course, it was a much better line for Cianciolo there, so just better exit as Leonard Hollwedel is now easily moving past Scott Brewer, who is also getting taken advantage of here by Marcel Seuss. Of course, this is not a battle for position, so Scott Brewer losing this position will not cost him any potential championship points.
There's still more things going on at the back. I think everyone is almost single file at the moment, but there's still some battles going on at the moment. Oh, Sadi! That was a slide! Oh, temper, mate, temper. But yeah, I think Sadi earlier was in the lead of the AM class at the moment, and I think Veres already took advantage of the mistake that he made. I think the NSX is starting to have a bit of problems for him at the moment, as we see the battle for P2 at the moment. Oh, just taps Omid. Oh, what is going on, German?
Yeah, Omid is now turned around on the exit of T1. That was a bit of a coming together. Let's take a look at what happened there once again.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to judge that one, I think.
Yeah, that will have to be looked at by the stewards, who have access to quite a lot more camera angles than we do at the moment. Mets Ohm, however, now only in P10 on the back of Rick Chever and trying to get back the position.
Oh, well, I guess who we see at the moment right now, who's having a battle of their lifetime right now. We have George in P6 overall at the moment, but right behind him is Alex Curto. So Curto being involved in a lap 1 incident earlier. I think he's starting to make up some ground, but of course, for how long? I think Alex could probably take up to P3 at the moment, or probably against Charlie in P2. But do you think he will have the pace to catch up to Alvin Wong?
If I know one thing about Alex, is that he will get proper emotional about situations like this. As we see Rick Chever trying to go for a move on a Met there. No, you're not going to do that. Met Ohm is going to become quicker. But yeah, back to Alex Kurtzer, who is going to be angry right now. He is going to be angry because he sort of got robbed of a good start. No matter whose fault it was, now he's not in a good position. So he will be angry right now, and he will try to catch up. He will do everything in his power. And he knows that anything might happen, even if we get to stuff like lapping. So he's just going to try to go as quickly as possible in order to catch up to Alvin Wong potentially. As we see Tim Smith right now trying to move past Zero Alexandra. Just because Zero Alexandra didn't qualify so well doesn't mean they are a slow driver per se. And of course, this is a battle for position. This is a battle for points. So any defending is allowed. Although in some situations it might not be the smartest thing to do, as you see Tim Smith or Zero Alexandra having to go wide because Tim Smith went to the inside there. However, better line, better exit there for Zero Alexandra means that the move couldn't have been completed.
Yeah, indeed. I think not sure where Tim Smith is looking around. I think he's trying to look left and right in order to get past the Mustang. But do remember, the Mustang is a piss missile in on the straights. So Smith would definitely have to gain his advantage all in the corners right now. But so far, his cornering abilities does not look that good, especially after being after getting spun off by Scott Brewer early on. I think I could see some damage at the back as well, so there might be some light rear damage on his car. So that would affect things on his car as well. Oh, what was happened to Alex earlier? I think he broke himself earlier. Got a bit wide, but not. Oh my goodness, not much can be done. But catch pole sitter trying a move on Zaid Sadi. But of course, not making it through at the moment. But I think Sadi might have a bit of an issue going on right now, because I think he's not gelling in well with the car right now. Of course, being a mid-engine car, I think probably advantage will go to the Ferrari, at least in terms of stability. But if Sadi can get his car balance right, he could try and pull away from Katz at the moment, because he is currently losing pace to our current AM leader, Veres, right now.
Yeah, we did see that Adam Katz was, of course, very quick, pole setter in AM, and Zaid Sadi was also very quick in all of the practice sessions previously. Joseph German is now right on the rear of Charlie Byrne. This is the battle for P2 overall and in the pro class. Joseph German, of course, on the first outing today, first real outing. Albert Church as well in a battle. We've got quite a lot of battles here, especially at the front, as Joseph German is trying to get past Charlie Byrne. Maybe the Lexus is holding him up. Lexus, of course, is a bit of an off pick for this, for anything, basically. It's a rather old car.
I mean, as a Lexus enjoyer myself, I think Charlie has probably picked a good car for this one. Probably not the best, but definitely I think one of the good ones, at least on this track, because it is one of those cars that are very good on the straights, and I think I think as long as he keeps the advantage, at least on the first few straights that we have, I'm pretty sure he could neutralize the cornering advantage that Herman is having at the moment. So, yeah, I would say that Charlie's definitely doing his best impression of the Lexus wall. So, yeah, I would definitely be proud of him for that at the moment. I think, but yeah, I would say that he definitely would have to take this a bit longer because we still, we are 15 minutes in, 15 minutes into the race, and I think there's still more to come at the moment.
But I
Yeah.
think we have to move to the battle between Albert George and Alex Curto right now, because look at how close Alex Curto is coming to the rear of that NSX. He's going to try and want to take that position as soon as possible, because both of them lost a bit of time to the battle ahead between Moza and Dan Castellana. As we see Song KP being side by side here with Adam Catch. That is the AM driver actually taking the position away from the pro driver, both Seitari and Adam Catch. Well, it seems like Song KP wants to get past him, but doesn't quite manage to do so at the moment. Alex Curto doesn't manage to get past Albert George as well, as they're both catching Mo Song right now. And Dan Castellana having a bit of breathing room in between these two battles at the moment.
Right, so these three are coming through the corner as well. There might be some dirty air involved here, but I think these cars are definitely following well as of now. But I think Curto definitely would be more frustrated as time goes on, because being stuck behind these two cars would definitely make things harder for the cars in front as well, because he would run out of time needed to catch up to the leader of the race. Oh, there's something going on at the front as well. Battle for P2 is still on.
Well, look at how close Joseph German is now. We're coming up into T3 of the circuit. Joseph German going for the inside line. Not close enough to go for a move. Will go far to the outside, trying to go for the switchback on the exit. Albert George as well, very close to Mo Song. And, well, Alex Curto almost being able to capitalize on that. Back to the front where Joseph German is battling for P2 with Charlie Byrne. Oh, he's trying to get...
he tried to dive inside this contact!
They touch!
Oh my goodness, that is
turning
not...
Charlie Byrne back straight there, however did not manage to do so. Charlie Byrne lost a few positions now. He's now battling with Ahmed Om again. Oh yeah, just the slightest of touch may unsettle the cars at some point. And I think the second hit was just a bit too much. I think Joseph German really tried to put Charlie Byrne straight there once again. Did not work out, but potentially incurred more damage for both of them.
Yeah,
so now we have a few other battles going on with Dan Castellana, who is caught up to Joseph German, and Alex Curto still on the rear of... is Albert... No, that's not Albert George.
Yeah, Albert... what's gone on to Albert? I think Albert...
suddenly had...
Huh. I think Albert might have been involved a bit in that collecting earlier, so I think there might have been an unsafe rejoin from Charlie earlier. So well, that might have probably played a part.
We don't know that. The stewards will have to take a look at that. All that we know is Alex Curto is now behind Sasha Dekhov. So both Alex Curto, going for the inside here for turn 3. But let's see who has the better exit. Will it be the Aston with the inside line or the Ferrari with the outside?
Hey, look who's behind. Ahmed Om back into the running at the moment, so definitely these two have to be on full alert, because Ahmed Om, one of the fastest drivers on the grid, is already catching up to the top 6 already.
Well, it looks like Alex Curto has made the move stick, but Sasha Dekhov, of course, close enough to maybe go for a move here. Will not fan out side by side with Alex Curto, but this entire battling, as you said, brings Ahmed Om closer, and Sasha Dekhov now on the inside for this corner. Yeah, that's just a bit of gravel there for Alex Curto. Not enough for Sasha Dekhov to go for the move in the end, but maybe with a better run here into the second last corner, into the penultimate corner. Not quite close enough to go for a move. Sasha Dekhov is looking really racy today.
Oh, definitely. And also Alex is almost getting into the grass on the final corner, on the exit of the final corner there. And I think this whole battling would definitely bring Ohm closer. As you could see, the yellow Audi on the back, Alex's teammate right there. So I think, I'm not sure if Alex is probably going to give a bit of a helping hand to his own teammate there. And I think back up the front as well, we also have a battle. Oh, battle for P2 is definitely not over yet, because Germain, despite being involved in the incident with Charlie earlier, I think he's now under pressure from Daniel Castellano. So I think this might have been he might try and avenge his team boss. There is Daniel. So the Oreo car, the number 5 Oreo car, definitely would see some red mist on his eyes, as we see. But yeah, quite a lot of things happening already. I think we're already a third into the race right now. I think good run, a good run from Daniel there. I think final 2 corners, definitely not the best place to overtake. But I think it's already given some pressure on the orange car there. Oh my goodness, yeah. The car's not cooperating right now. I think Sherman almost spun out as well on the final corner, yeah.
This is where consistency comes in. Daniel Castellano looks to be just a more consistent driver right now. Joseph German, of course, having had two issues in 2 corners. Of course, that is not going to help you, especially if we're this close of a level racing between the different drivers. So we have Albert Schurz going for a bit of an early pit stop. We, of course, have one mandatory pit stop for everyone, where everyone has to do a mandatory tire swap. Everything else is optional, but they are probably going to be splitting up their fuel as well. So Albert Schorsch going for an early pit stop here.
Something's going at the back. Oh, what just happened?
Oh, Edgar Herrera just lost the position to David S, it looks. S overtaking into the last corner from what I've seen there. That's not where you usually overtake.
Oh yeah, indeed. And I think there's still some battles going on at the back. I think Francesco Calli probably just got overtaken by Tim Smith. So still some battles going on. I think there was Zero Alexander just coming out the pits there. But yeah, really, it was a little hard to cover there. And I think Calli just went a bit off. I think probably just outbroke himself, and that's going to give Nabil Nasran a chance to get a position. I think Nasran might have pitted a bit earlier, as well as Sion KP in the Mustang, so that's why they are a bit far down. Oh, Nabil just come a bit, it's a bit dodgy.
If Nasran has already pitted, he didn't do the mandatory pit stop correctly, because he still has to do it. You can see that by the white 1 on the yellow or the orange background in the timetable. Oh, there's no side-by-side.
A little bit wide.
Very defensive by Carly there. I don't think Carly wants to give this position up at all. And Cyril Alexander is also sort of losing the patience with Nabil Nasran, who is not able to move past the AM class as easily as possible. Gary Slater now is on the rear of... Is that Harper? That's not Harper. That's David S. David S, who went for an overtake. And right behind that is Edgar Herrera in the Bentley. So this is going to be a battle for position between Slater and Herrera. That is the battle for P6 in the AM class. So quite a lot of points on offer still in this battle. Edgar Herrera going for a very aggressive outside line, trying to go maybe for the... the undercut, not quite working out there.
Almost there. I think this is another battle going on. Oh, Nasran! Almost getting cut off by the McLaren earlier of Kali. Oh, definitely these two. Love is not lost between these two at the moment. As we also see, I think Alexander is behind him as well. So if this keeps up, I think Alexander is going to have another shot at going against these two in front of him.
This is not a good situation for either of these drivers. Of course, being in different classes and battling is... well, it doesn't help anyone involved. Gary Slater here looks to have gained a bit of an advantage on Edgar Herrera behind, as we also see Galamina Slatkus being challenged by Adrian Dubrovka here with Cosmo Marsh right in tow. So this is a three-way battle for P20 overall. Cosmo Marsh, of course, having had a bit of an issue early on,
Oh, Herrera's
will
into the
want
pits.
to make positions back up as Herrera pits.
Alright, but yeah, a lot of battles are going on right now. I think these two as well, Kurto and Deshkov. Ooh, Deshkov dipping his right side tires into the gravel for a moment there. But definitely having a battle for lifetime between these two. And I think Omet behind them is currently still sitting around quite a bit. Not much pace to be gained between these two. But at the moment, it is looking to be a bit of a stalemate, as we see. David Veres coming to the final corner, and I think he's probably trying to overtake someone. There's been an incident, I think the number 59, I think Alexander has something going on earlier. Ooh, he just spun off like that.
Oh yeah, that is something that's easily done in this
Oh,
corner.
yes, watch out there.
Quite a lot of elevation changes, and well, if you just go a bit too aggressive with too low TC on the throttle here, it's simply done to spin out, as David Veres is attacking Rick Chevet. I think the pro driver is going a bit too slow here for the M driver. I mean, in this situation, if I were in this situation in the M class as David Veres, I would probably try to pit as soon as possible and try to get that out of the way so I don't have to battle with someone I don't have to battle with.
Yep, and well, as we speak of Omet earlier about being in a bit of a stalemate, she has already gained a few tenths up on Deshkov. So, well, as I say that, the gap just went back up to 1 second. So I think there might be something going on with Omet. I think she might have probably sustained some damage, some form of damage on her collision earlier.
David Veres is still trying to get past Rick Chevet here, not able to make a move stick. Rick Chevet also going defensive. Yeah, if I were David Veres, I would have pit right there, as Charles Byrne is now doing. I don't know if he has any damage or if he wants to repair it. But
no, I think he's serving his mandatory pit stop. He might serve it.
Well, yeah, but he might also do a repairs in addition to that. And we will have to see whether he does the normal 30-second pit stop or whether he has to do a bit of repairs in addition, because some aero damage might still damage your lap times or the handling of the car. As David Veres goes to the outside here. Oh, and easily makes the move stick. Maybe Rick Chevet here left off the gas a bit, let David Veres pass because he realized, okay, this battling will not help either of them. David Veres is now passed up into P8 overall, and Said Sadi is now the next one right behind, looking to catch up to this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Sadi has probably found a bit of mojo with this car, but I think he's definitely made a bit of an improvement at this time of the race, as we're gonna go into the halfway distance of the race, and I think there's still more action going on at the front as we see a battle for the battle for P4 at the moment. So Moza currently holding the fort against Alex Curto right now, and I think Alex might probably start to attack in a lap or two, or probably right now. I think Castellano just pulled into the pits for his mandatory pit stop. But
oh yeah, that is the first of the leading Ferraris going into the pits. Alvin Wong is of course still the leader, about 20 seconds ahead of the rest of the grid. All of the fighting behind him helped him get away, as Alex Curto is trying to get back up the order. But yeah, Alvin Wong so far doing a very good job. Alex Curto is so close to Moza, not close enough for a move here. Well, we thought that in T1 of lap 1 as well, to be quite honest, but there he overtook 3 people into T1. But here it was not on.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna ask, where do you think Alex would launch his attack on Moza? Because so far...
Maybe right here.
Oh! Well, I was gonna ask that, but there you go. Alex just goes for it at the second fast left-hander there. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's been...
With so many of the braking zones on Red Bull Ring, pretty much all of them provide some opportunity.
Ooh, that's wide.
For...
Oh, what? Oh, what's gone on? What's happened?
Is it a hardware issue?
Oh, it might be. It might actually be a hardware issue. I think something's gone on with his pedals.
Oh, that might be. Of course, he damaged his pedals, so he's racing on a second pair of pedals today. Or if that were damaged now as well, that would be horrible for him, as he's losing quite a few positions, still stationary on the outside there of the last corner. Moza coming into the pits, Omet almost in the pits, Said Zadi's in the pits. We're now halfway through. Alex Kurtz will reset the pits now.
Woo! This has gone on as well. Cosmo Marsh and Zlatkus battling each other, and I think Castellano is right behind as well. I think Castellano has just been held up in traffic.
Oh, Castellano's just exited the pits and is now stuck in this battle between the M's.
Whoa.
Oh, Cosmo Marsh does not pit at this moment. Neither does SimSmith behind. So Castellano will have to move past this as soon as possible if he doesn't want to lose quite a lot of time to his competitors around him.
Yeah,
because if they get clean air and he's stuck here, they outwon the pitting cycle.
Yeah, but they have to remember. But Castellano has to remember they have no obligation, despite being in another class, to let you by. So that's definitely turning into a very frustrating end of the stint. Oh, he almost got taken out, I think, by Zlatkus as well, being outbreaking himself into turn 3 right there.
You can't forget that Zlatkus and Tim Smith behind were just fighting as well. As we see Rick Chavert on the rear of David Veres now once again. Maybe Rick Chavert has found his pace once again and is now comfortable enough after following Veres for a while to go quicker. As Alvin Wong, Joseph German, Sasha Dechkov, Adam Katch are all in the pits. Alvin Wong already gets moving. So, yeah, this is Alvin Wong's race to lose at the moment.
Oh, Castellano's still stuck behind Cosmo Marsh right now, and I'm definitely seeing some blood boil going around in the cockpit right now. I think he's gonna go on the outside, and there he goes. So I think Marsh is probably into the pits. I'm not sure where they went. Yeah.
Finally, Marsh and Slater right ahead went into the pit entry, leaving Castellano the spots, the space. But now we'll see how.
Oh, someone's got a drive-through.
Oh, there's Moza getting a drive-through, probably for the off tracks.
No, yeah, that's track limits definitely there. And right now we see Castellano and Joseph German just side by side. I think has already gotten the job done, gotten the overtake done there, and I think that's gonna probably net him P2. Was he P2 earlier?
Yeah, he was P2 earlier, but he was a bit further away from Joseph German. Of course, German just exited the pits, so this is basically now German on not up to temp tires yet, versus Castellano, who already had a couple of laps with the new tires. So it's just in German getting the tires up to temp now, as we see Song KP battling it out with Albert Gersch. And right behind we have Lennart Hollwedel, of course the pole setter for today's race. And he will not be content with staying out in P14 overall. He will want to move past this battle up ahead, past the Koreans of Song KP, past the Hungarian of Albert Gersch, past even the Brits of Charlie Byrne.
Yeah, he wants to get past everyone. He got pole on his debut. So he was involved in a lap 1 incident, so that would definitely dent a bit of his spirit coming through here, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to give up just yet. At worst, he's going to do damage limitation on this race, but I think he's going to try anyway to get past as many drivers as they can.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you in this situation? You lost out in T1 quite a lot due to a collision, but all the better you can basically do like a last to first challenge. It was not quite last. and it will probably not be quite first in the end because Alvin Wong is just. Well, they were close in qualifying, as we saw. Just 100 between them.
Someone's
As
got
we go
stop
see
go
stop
30.
go 30 for Verish. That must be for speeding in the pits.
Oh yeah, definitely unlucky. I think he was leading the. He was also leading the AM field as well, so that would probably give a huge break for Zaid Sadi, who will inherit the AM plus lead.
Yeah, Said Sadi will be celebrating right now, seeing this stop go 30 for his competitor. As we see Ahmed Orm wanting to get past Gadamina Slatkus, who of course still has to do his mandatory pit stop and will probably do so either now or next lap.
Oh, there you go. He
Yeah,
does it
so
there.
now,
Crossing the pit line a
holding
bit,
up
but
Sasha Dekov
should
there.
be alright.
I mean, the pit entry here is not the most fortunate placement. But yes, Sasha Dekov almost got into the rear of Slatkus there, as Song KP is on the rear of Albert Jurge, going for the overtake around the outside. Look at the pace of the Ford Mustang.
Is he gonna do it?
Outside.
Oh, he went wide.
That's going to be a track limit warning, but Leonard Holm is
wide?
now also up in this battle. Look,
wide?
this is like Daytona. What are they doing?
Oh, not sure. Oh, they're gonna make it 3 wide there. Oh, watch out, folks. Watch out. Oh my goodness. Oh, remember these two who are side by side right now have come together at the beginning of the race as well. So they're definitely not wanting a repeat for that. I think, Holvidale had a bit of an unsafe rejoin, and I think, KP! Oh, KP, don't take revenge for that.
Oh. No, but there was no unsafe return in the beginning. It was just Holvidal getting spun out and then unfortunately hitting KP.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate timing there, but yeah. Was that for revenge? I hope not. I hope that wasn't for revenge for the one earlier, but yeah.
The stewards are anyways going to take a look at it. David Verish is now in the pits serving the stop go 30, as we see Said Sadi as well being close to Holvedel now. Holvedel will probably drive away from Sadi as soon as possible, but Mo Tsong and Marcel Sus. Mo Tsong, of course, after the drive-through, is now behind Sus, so it's the Hong Kong Chinese driver, I believe, versus the Hungarian.
Yep, so the battle between two continents right now, as we see Marcel just almost getting into a bit of track limits trouble on the exit of that corner there. But yeah, I think Mo Tsong's day just went from bad to worse after that drive-through earlier. So definitely a lot of work needed to be done down in P14, and I think there's still more battles going around. I think Eds is trying to get past Joshua Harper. Ooh, he's going on the inside of the penultimate corner, pushes Harper off a bit. I think that might probably, it might probably need to give the position back for that.
I mean, this might be a track limit warning for Joshua Harper in the end here, and both of them are not in the same class, so it doesn't really matter what happens between them. Nabil Nazran now also wanting to get ahead of a few more drivers who are not in his class. Now it's Cosmo Marsh's turn, who is going defensive, it seems. Let's see if Nabil Nazran can get ahead before turn 3. Not wide as it goes side by side, but the outside line, the better momentum will help Nabil Nazran to take the lead ahead of Cosmo Marsh. Next up will be Joshua Harper, and then he might be able to even battle against other people in his class again. As we see Edgar Herrera right now on the rear of Gary Slater, looking for a move.
He's going down inside!
He went for it, but they collided, and Edgar Herrera was spun out from the inside. Let's take a look at the replay from that, from the perspective of Edgar Herrera, the Bentley driver. Very late braking here, a bit too late perhaps. There was a coming together. The stewards will not enjoy looking at this situation, as we are back now with Mo Tsong, who is still following Marcel Sus.
Now here's the thing, I actually thought Song's gonna attack. Song's gonna attack Sooks down inside at turn 3, but I think as we've seen earlier, the outside line is the faster way around that corner. It is
Sometimes
yeah, it is quite a tricky corner. I think very deceptive. A lot of people would just go down the inside, but as a result, they would compromise the exit so much. Oh, Song, better watch out for track limits as well, because he does not want to have another drive-through penalty coming on his way just because of track limits.
Well, definitely not. That would be horrible. And there's another drive-through for Orman P4.
Oh, yikes! What happened to it then? Oh,
This also must be track limits. It must be the track limits. The track limits around here are deceptive, I have heard, going up to this weekend. I think I have heard that from Leonard Holvedel even. So, Mets Orm unfortunately caught out, but that will lose quite a lot of positions for having to do this drive-through. Said Sadi is surprisingly being able to somehow keep up with Leonard Holvedel and not immediately get gapped amazingly. That either means that Leonard Holvedel is a bit slower than he could drive at the moment, or Said Sadi is just really in the groove, which would be amazing for him, as he is 4 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor for the M class, leading away the M class.
Now, I don't think, I was going to point out, I don't think Holvedel repaired damage on his cars. You could see scratch marks and a bit of a dent in front, in the front part of his car. So, definitely a bit of a gamble going through, and I think Ohm is going to serve her first drive-through penalty for track limits there. Not a good race for her.
First. Please don't say first.
The first? No, I mean first for the race, not her first ever. So
yeah, please don't say it's their first for the race. that means there will be a second one coming.
Oh, a heads up, we will not be responsible for any commentators cursing. Be advised. Anyway, as we go back
that's
to
how it works, mate.
yeah, as we go back to the action on the track, I think Cell KP has also found a bit of pace as well. He's still trying to get past Albert George. So this is a battle for P6, and I think Sadi earlier was in the top 10, but now he's up to P9 overall. Definitely a good race for the Oreo NSX driver. And also, I think another car behind him, I think, is also chasing up for position, trying to overtake a pro driver as well, is Katz, Adam Katz. So
it looks like Rick Chevet is not able to keep up the pace with Said Sadi. So Adam Katz will have to overtake Rick Chevet in order to have any opportunity of catching up to Said Sadi right now. And I think he knows it.
Yes, and also looking at the last lap as well, I think Katz might actually have a go on Zaid Sadi, because on the last lap he is 3/10 faster than Sadi. So at the moment we have to see the lap time. At the moment it's not looking as fast. I think they are pretty equal from each other. Oh, that's not how you do it, Adam. That is not how you do it. But yeah, goes wide at turn 1, outbrakes himself there. He has to keep his head cool, try to overtake Shuya as safe as he can. Oh, what just happened?
It seems like there might be a bit of connection issue for Edgar Herrera, unfortunately, there, as we are back on board with Adam Katz. Of course, this battling, this altercation into T1 cost both of them quite a lot of time on Said Sadi.
Oh,
so,
KP!
Oh, but look at this. Song KP, Albert Church, they just were lapping a Bentley there. Oh, that was not the most fortunate line through that corner for Song KP, allowing Albert Church to get very close to the rear of that Mustang once again.
Yeah, I think KP took advantage of the lapping car earlier. I think there is also a yellow flag. What's going on here with Tim Smith? Oh, that's a spin on the final corner there. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, that is so easily done. Maybe taking a bit too much of the curb on the inside corner there, which just easily unsettles the suspension. And well, yeah, you see what happens in that situation, as Moza is following Marcel Suss now. Did Marcel Suss do the overtake? Or was Moza
no,
always following?
he's defending against Moza. But at the moment, on track, we are looking at quite a number of battles going on. Alvin Wong is still leading the race with 15 minutes to go of the race, and in P2 we have Castellana closely followed by Joseph Herman earlier, and also we have Dekov in P4. Pretty good result for them. I think second, third, and fourth are all Ferraris as well. But of course, in P5 we have our beloved Lexus, driven by Charlie earlier. I think Charlie was up at P2 after the chaos that was turn 1, lap 1. But after getting into contact with one of the Ferraris up ahead, yeah, he's a bit down there. But nevertheless, still a good result for him. And yeah, we have Sean KP getting tagged at lap 1 in the lap 1 incident, but right now making a splendid recovery up into P6 after overtaking Albert George, who is right behind him, still chasing and still trying to get that P6 from KP. And then down the grid we have, oh, that was Sadi! Oh, Sadi just spun! Oh my goodness,
No,
oh, he has to get
that's the
that.
lead.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
the
Am
lead
lead
lost.
there.
Adam Catch is now ahead with a bit of internet issues, it seems. But Adam Catch is now ahead on track of Said Sadi just because of this one mistake.
Yeah, that definitely shows that this track is probably one of the most challenging for these drivers. It may look very easy just because of the track layout, but of course, with all these elevation changes and the nature of the track, especially with the track limits, a lot of things could happen. And yeah, the timing's gone a bit spazzed out at the moment, but I think there's quite a number of battles going on. I think we see David Farish was the AM leader earlier in the race before getting hit by a stop-and-go 30 after his pit stop.
And I do have an update on what happened to Alex Kurtler, who would have been fighting for a very good position here. His hydraulic damper on his throttle broke.
Oh.
So it is a paddle issue, as we suspected in the moment. But now, so unfortunately DNF for him. David Verish, however, now is side by side with Gary Slater. This is for position for P6 in the M standings. David Verish on the inside for turn 4 here. Oh, this looks like an easily done move. However, the outside line for Gary Slater brings him much more momentum, and he is able to stay a bit ahead. However, if David Verish is able to keep on the inside line for this next corner, or this might be the death sentence for Gary Slater's P6 ambitions. Oh, he stays back though, not trying to risk it, not trying to risk an incident here, as Gary Slater pulls ahead, and David Verish will have to try it all over again. Nabil Nasran, in the meantime, is on the rear of David Esch. This McLaren versus Ferrari.
Oh.
Nabil Nasran, as we switch back to David Verish, who is now again battling and is going for an overtake right now.
Closes
No
the door
side
a
by
bit.
side anymore between the two. David Verish has eked out the position.
Yeah, he closes the door just in time to get that P6 in class. Was it P6? P6 in AM. I believe it might be. So,
Yeah.
as we go back to Nabil Nasran, I think Nasran is still at the back of David Esch. And is he lining up for a move? He's going to go on the outside, approaching the corner. Remember, the outside is the better line here as he swoops on the outside just like that. Oh, that is probably an amazing move there. But it's Esch going to mount pressure on the Malaysian driver up ahead. This is a battle for P18 overall, but I don't think he will. And also, this boat song still behind Marcel Sux and not sure. Oh, what's gone on with Adam Cash? Oh, this is for
it seems
the
like
AM
Adam
lead.
Cash is now. Yeah, he's now lost the P1 AM position again to Said Sadi. So might have been a small issue for Adam Cash there. Oh, but that puts both of them very close to one another, and now they're going to have 10 more minutes to battle it out for P1 in the AM class. And if it's going to have moves like that, it's not going to be an empty 10 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. So, apologies we haven't caught the move on the number 8, but I think Cash, in the midst of the timing screen bugging out a bit, I think Cash has probably made a mistake somewhere, because he was ahead of Omed Om, but they might have probably either made contact or he might have made a mistake somewhere. Because he is he is a few positions down on where he originally was.
He was ahead of Omed Om and is now behind Said Sadi. Of course, lost 2 positions there. Might have just spun out as Cham Chulo is in the pits.
Oh, what's going on?
Cham Chulo?
I think he might have taken a drive-through.
Dubrovka as well in the pits now.
No, Dubrovka heard probably crashed somewhere because there was a yellow flag with his number popping up.
Yeah, Adrian Dubrovka reset the pits, it seems, as we are looking back at the battle between Mo Song and Marcel Sus. This is, of course, for P11 in class, so it's still a battle for 1 point. However, it will not change the world if you finish the latter of these 2 positions. However, they will still try and go for everything they can, simply because of bragging rights.
Yeah, indeed. Of course, but would you call yourself a racing driver if you don't push to your best abilities to overtake someone for position?
I mean, there are also strategic games at play sometimes where you say, okay, I just need X amount of points in order to achieve my goal. But yeah, that's boring. We are not racing real cars here where you have to pay 600,000 to buy one of these GT3 cars. We are racing them digitally here. You can go for a bit more risk. Don't go for too much though, because otherwise you will hurt someone, if not your own ambition completely. And that is always the risk versus reward payoff here in sim racing. Either you finish in P1 or you crash out. That's basically the risk that many of these drivers have to be taking at some point. That might be a bit of a
track limits excursion for Marcel, because he just ran a bit wide. I think he has to kind of limit that as well, especially how late into the race we are. Right now we have like less than 7 minutes and 40 to go. Yeah, I think everyone's currently settling down a bit. I think this is the only active battle that we have right now.
You know, interestingly, that might also be a strategy for Mo Song right now. Just pressure Marcel Sus into mistakes, force him to go wide in certain corners, force him to rack up track limit warnings for a drive-through.
That could be a possibility as well, and I think we are gonna have another active battle going around, because we see Seon KP is gonna rack up another position as well in the form of Charlie in the Lexus. I think the Lexus is probably up to its limits right now, as we've seen in real life with WEC having given us a bit of hope in the beginning of the weekend, and then after that it's falling down the order come race day. I hope this is not the case, but I think the Oreo driver would definitely the Oreo team owner would definitely have to get the defenses up.
But additionally, this is the battle for the top front engine finisher, which, yeah, if you might find that interesting, you might not, but all of the cars ahead are mid-engine cars. Dong KP, of course, there's too much space in front for there not to be a huge engine there. As we saw, just so there was a yellow flag. Francesco Cali is now reset to pits. But yeah, Song KP.
Ooh, just gaining a bit is Mo Song. But I think, yeah, we have two battles going around. I think KP's gonna go down the inside. Oh, bit of a touch between these two. And KP's gonna dive down the inside of the Lexus, but the Lexus not giving up hope there. Oh, I want to root for the Lexus, but at the same time, I have to root for the team ahead. But it's alright. Anyway, up to turn 8. Onto turn 8, is there gonna be a chance for the Lexus to spread its wing a bit? No, not really, because the Mustang has more advantage on the straights.
Well, the Mustang is a newer car, so it's going to definitely be a bit better in certain situations. Or Matt Orm here, however, catching that slide here, trying to catch up to Rick Chavert, but here we have Charlie Byrne. I mean, in the slipstream, look at the huge hole in the air that the Ford Mustang is punching. Charlie Byrne trying to go for the outside, which we've already seen.
Oh, a bit of touch.
Yeah, and that did not seem to work in this situation, but we can already see the strategy Charlie Byrne is going for. Just move ahead as quickly as possible.
Oh, is he gonna dive down inside? Oh, he is! He sends it down inside, but KP is gonna go back and snatch that position away from him. Whew, this is some amazing battle going on.
All this is helping Albert Church right behind, who sees this battle going on and is catching up really quickly to them.
Oh, definitely, but do remember, ahead of them are lap cars. So if they can keep it together, if KP can keep it together, he will probably extend his advantage. If not, otherwise Charlie would have a battle of the lifetime with KP and also George as well. Ooh, George just goes a bit wide there, almost track limits there.
Zero Alexander moved out of the way there quite easily for them to all pass.
Hey, look,
now
behind.
A bit more split, and oh no, Leonard Helvedel is trying to reach this battle as well. This is now the battle for P5, and it's fought between 4 cars, just 3.5 minutes to go.
Yes, and there's we've started to have more battles going around, and as we see Ahmed Ohm attempting a move probably on Schweier. Schweier is definitely not having the quietest race of the season at the moment, but I think yeah, he's been under the radar at the moment, but he is definitely on it as well. Yeah, he's definitely up there. Considering how much under the radar he is in broadcasting. But as we see Ahmed Ohm mounting the pressure on the McLaren ahead, the number 95 McLaren still holding its ground, and ahead of them, I think it's there's a lap car. I think that might be Herrera. And
yeah, with just some blue flags on the side, so that will have to be navigated by this battle.
Yeah, there is a battle going around. I think Marcel Sux and there's another lap car. I think Cax. Oh, that's very close. There's a touch between the two Ferraris. Oh, Moza definitely not like that.
Action. They actually overtook for position here, but that means that Catch has lost a bit of time to Seitzadi, and it looks rather safe for Seitzadi now. Oh, Catch is not done with this. He is angry about how he was overtaken here, as Omets almost to overtake finally Rick Chavert. They touch a bit on the exit, however it looks safe for Omets to have finished the overtake. Mo Tsong now as well on the rear again of Marcel Sus. This is a battle developing. Well, this battle has been going on.
Oh, straight down inside!
There is a move now by Chavert on Omets Oh boy, what is Chavert doing? This is the race of his life. Look at who he's battling against. Omets who almost won the last round at Barcelona, but this time around,
I don't think he has anything to lose at the moment, because his only fight is with Ahmed Ohm. So he will definitely try his best to get P9. Oh, the touch! Oh, they touched, they go side by side still. Oh, a bit of respect and disrespect at the same time. But is Shueya going to go down inside? Oh, he does quite a bit. I think there's also more battling going on. Sadi willingly conceding the position overall to the other guys. And I think, yeah, quite an action-packed final minute for us here, folks. Oh, don't miss this one, because I think we are definitely going to have more battles coming our way.
Yeah. Motsong now following Marcel Sus. This is going to be the last lap of the race for both of them. Said Sadi, oh, now and they are both back again with one another. Said Sadi having to defend.
Oh,
they
touch.
Going for the defensive. They're two touch. Adam Catch had a bit of internet.
Oh, they have to watch out. Oh my goodness. I don't think Sadi could see where Cax was because of the connection issue.
There might be a bit of a challenge for the connection, and we are now definitely 100% on the last lap. Elvin Wong just started the last lap. We haven't seen much of him, well, frankly, because he's quite a lot ahead of Daniel Castellano in P2. But Rick Chevere right now is still trying to stay on the rear of a metal.
Oh!
But this...
Suits got overtaken earlier. Interesting. Woo! Okay. Finally, Motsong got past. Gets past Marcel Sux. My goodness.
But Marcel Sus is not done yet. Will immediately try and go for an overtake. Not close enough here to go for a move. However, there's still a few corners left. And of course, since the leader is behind them, they still have one more lap after this to go. So Said Sadi as well, having one more lap after this to catch back up to Adam Catch. We'll have to see whether that works out. Tim Smith starting the last lap now against Gedimina Slatkus. We will have to see who gets this position out of the two. Behind them is Omet coming up. Marcel Sus now has a good run out of the last corner. Oh, this is going to have to be very defensive by Motong. They touch even. But Marcel Sus makes it side by side, goes to the outside for T1. Marcel Sus side by side with Motsong, not close enough to go for a move, and Alvin Wong is the winner of the race today. But there's still some battling to be going on. Said Sadi is on the inside, having overtaken Adam Catch now. Marcel Sus right ahead of that, going for an overtake on Motsong, going for the inside line. Can he stick it around the inside? Adam Catch also going for the inside line.
There's they touch!
Going on, everyone. There's some touching between Adam Catch and Said Sadi, but Said Sadi keeps the advantage between the two. Motsong keeps the advantage of the battle ahead. What can still happen? Adam Catch again going for a move to the inside, not close enough to make it side by side against Said Sadi, however. Oh, Motsong as well, now behind Marcel Sus once again. And Adam Catch behind Said Sadi. Will have to see, can they catch up? Can they revert the positions once again? We are in the final sector. Just a few more corners to go. Oh, look, how close do you want it? But there's a bit of gravel being picked up by Motsong. That is not going to be good for him. But Said Sadi having to go defensive now from Adam Catch. Marcel Sus, who are we watching? There's too much to watch right now. Said Sadi is on the inside. Who will get the better line through the last corner? Said Sadi looks to have the inside, but this will be a drag race to the finish. But it does not look like Adam Catch is close enough. Said Sadi gets the win of the AM class. Just a tenth and a half ahead of Adam Catch.
Amazing finale, I swear. My goodness me, that was probably the best finish that we've seen. This is, mind you, this is for the AM class win as well. So, what a finale! What a finale for that, for this round. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. So in the end, because there was so much battling going on there, let's quickly go through the standings as well. We have Alvin Wong finishing the pro race ahead of Daniel Castellana, ahead of Joseph German, Sasha Dechkov, Song KP, Charlie Byrne, Albert Jersch, Leonard Holvidlo, Metrom, Rick Chevin, P10 after all, Marcel Sussen in P11, and Motsong in P12. The AM class, Nabil Nasran is then in P13 for the class, I believe, and David S finishing as well right behind that. For the AM class, we have Said Sadi, who won the race just ahead of Adam Catch, in front of Scott Brewer. Then we have Joshua Harper, Gary Slater, Gediminas Slatkus, Cosmo Marsh, Edgar Herrera, Darren Montes, Chan Cholo, and Zero Alexander finishing the race. Oh boy, how close was that finish for some of these drivers?
Oh, even I cannot keep up with the broadcast at times. But my goodness. I did my best for the camera work there. There's so much going on, especially at the end there. I think, I'd say like there's been quite a number of interesting incidents coming around, but I think overall the race has been pretty enjoyable. Lots of battling going around, left, right, and center, and wow, really tough luck for Alex Curtis for his hardware failure earlier, but I think he will bounce back in the next round. And well, what do we have for the next round, Julian?
That is a good question. The next round, as we all know, will be in 2 weeks from today. And in 2 weeks from today, we will be going to, well, where the racing is currently going on, the Nordschleife. We are going to the 24 hours of Nürburgring for the German T-Prix today in 2 weeks. So, well, I guess we'll see you there then. Thank you all so much for watching today, and see you on the racetrack.
Alright, see you on the racetrack. Goodbye.